Hi, I'm Corolla, and on Instagram I'm at From Corolla. In this video, I want to give you an update on my plotter ring system, talk about a new plotter that I picked up, and how I've set up the plotters that I'm currently using. So if you're interested in the plotter ring system and knowing a little bit more about the Mini 6 and the Bible, then keep watching this video. So my first video about the plotter was when I got the Plotter Mini 6, and I initially really liked it, and my only small complaint, if it was a complaint at all, it was that the cover wouldn't stay down. So as you can see, it stays down, and the bonus was when I went to the California Pen Show in February of this year, I got these corners added. It was a plotter customization event that they were putting on, and you could choose the metal hardware type, the metal that went on, and I chose the gold to go with the gold backplate. And I love that the corners are not super conspicuous. You know, you notice them, but they're not chunky or anything. They are pretty lightweight. But one of the reasons why I decided to get the metal corners is because it does weigh the cover down a little bit more. So I don't know what it is with me and wanting the cover to stay flat, but if that's something that you also prefer in your plotter, and with this shrink leather, I think when you first get it, it may or may not stay down. Also probably depending on how many papers you have inside. But if it doesn't stay down, with time it probably will with use. And also, you know, look out for pen shows or any kind of event where Plotter offers these metal corner hardwares, and that may be an option for you as well. So that being said, how I use the Mini 6 is for travel planning. So I've set it up with monthly dated inserts from Plotter. So the monthly view is, you know, just a quick view, which is nice. And I put, you know, when I'm traveling to a place, either road trip or flying. And then I have the weekly inserts as well set up. And these are used specifically for when I travel, you know, as my planner. So it's basically my travel planner. And then I also jot down on the right hand side any highlights from the trip and any planning that I'm doing while I'm on the trip. And I have these little vellum folders that I made, which are designed after the project manager folders that you can get directly from Plotter. But I just wanted to use up these cute vellums, so I did that. And then I also have these little tab dividers that I also used vellum for, cut them out. And basically the inserts that I use are plain, lined, and the grid. And because plain is the most versatile, I have the plain paper pad from Plotter in here. So I can just, you know, if I wanted to write something, I can write it down and then take the paper and basically put it anywhere in the binder. And then I also have the pen loop holder. So I use a zebra sarasa in this mini, which fits really well. It's a zebra sarasa grand, and it fits really well. And that's basically my setup in the Mini 6. So it's not too chunky, as you can see. You can't hold a lot of papers in here, but I think the ones that I need is very portable to have in here and to carry with me when I'm traveling. So that's how I use the Plotter Mini 6. And because I've gotten a lot of questions about hole punching the papers that are inside, I use a regular hole punch, you know, just the one hole punch that you sort of push. But other people have recommended to me this hole punch for basically the mini, and it shows here the pocket, the mini, and the A5. So It should work with the plotter sizes, and I say should because I actually haven't tested it with the Mini 6, but I have used it for the Bible. So I do know that Personal, which is basically the plotter Bible, they will line up. So if you're looking for a hole puncher, this is probably the one that I would recommend just based on what other people have recommended to me. And it does work on the Personal or Bible size for plotter. So take a look at this if you're interested. I got mine off Amazon, I think. So they're pretty easy to find. So that's the Plotter Mini 6. Just an update on how I've used it so far, and it's really working for me. I love how portable it is, and I love how durable the leather cover actually is. I've had it for a couple of years now, and I throw it in my bag to go, well, you know, carefully place it in my bag because I don't want to scratch the leather, but it is very durable and it holds up well. So onto my newest plotter. I got this plotter from, it's the Bible size Pueblo tan or beige, sorry. So it's the Pueblo Beige cover. It has a gold back plate. I got this from Atlas Stationers in Chicago. I am an affiliate for them currently, and I use the commission that I've built up over time to basically pay for this plotter because I've been very curious about the Bible size. I've been using the Mini 6, but I just find that it's a little bit small for daily planning. And I wanted to try the Bible size because I think that I'm going to use the Bible size for planning in 2025. So just wanted to put it through a test run before I commit to using it as a planner. So I did use it with, I did get it with my commissions, and if you've used my Atlas affiliate code at all for any small purchase or anything at all, then I thank you and I appreciate you. Thank you so much for, letting me use the commission for, getting things that I'm really curious about and then being able to share it with you. So if you're curious about a plotter Bible, then let me walk you through it, and maybe that will help you decide whether or not this one's right for you. So I love the cover. It feels pretty smooth, but there's a little bit of texture to it. So with use and with time, it should patina, and you can already sort of see that it's smoothing out here because that's where I grab it the most. And it will sort of darken and change with time. So I do love this cover and how light it is currently. And also, I love that it just lays flat. So as soon as you open, it just flops open and it lays flat on the desk. And the cover stays down. It doesn't flop open when you have it, on your desk like this. So already I'm in love with the Bible size plotter and this cover. And you can sort of see it starting to indent with the rings. So you can get a leather protector here if you're interested. But I kind of like that it gives it a little character. So I think over time it will it will show where the rings are on the cover, and I don't mind. That doesn't bother me at all. So you can see that I've hole punched using this hole punch, this postcard that I got from Wonder Pens, a shop in Toronto, Ontario. This is probably the right hole punch to go with if you have a Bible size. I just have a postcard here. This insert I got from Filofax. It's just the yearly, index insert. And how I plan to use it is to just put in birthdays or year-over-year, anniversaries, events, things like that. And then that way I can, have this as a reference regardless of what year it is. And just to test out whether or not I would like to be in rings next year, I got the Filofax monthly insert as well as the weekly insert, which I'll walk you through in a second. But I did get them 50% off because it's already into the year. So to me, that deal was pretty good. So I got the monthly insert. I'm just kind of testing it with like social content planning and stuff like that, just to see if I like using it on a daily basis. So those are the monthly inserts. And this plastic this plastic divider is from a Hobonichi planner that they used as a protector. So reusing plastic dividers, you can throw in post-its and things like that. But I kind of like this little tab that I put on top. There it is. This little tab that I put on top. It helps me find, you know, what I'm looking for. So I've used it to divide the monthly from the weeklies. So this is the weekly insert from Filofax. I'm basically using it currently just for like daily planning, so daily priorities, and just practicing just to see if I like it or not. And I think I'm gonna, you know, keep using it for a few months and see if I like it, and then commit for next year. So some other inserts that I'm using actually. So I've tested fountain pen ink and regular stamp ink, or stamp pads, and I found that the stamp ink bleeds through just a little bit, which I'm fine with because I'm not going to use the back side of this page. But the fountain pen ink really holds well on DP paper, and you can see the characteristics of the ink, which is really important to me. So you can see the sheen and shimmer. And yeah, so I used the lined paper, the plain paper. So I didn't get a pen loop holder or a pen holder from Plotter. So I'm using this Leuchtturm extra large pen loop, which is meant for fountain pens as well, or oversized pens. So for example, if I wanted to use a TWSBI, maybe it should hold a TWSBI. So there you go. So if you want to use a fountain pen, that's cool, you know, throw that in there. But for now, I'm using the Zebra Sarasagrand in here, just because, you know, I like clicky pens on the go. And yeah, just some extra papers there. This I came up with because I have these Traveler's Company adhesive pockets, and I love using them in my traveler's notebooks. I just stick them to the back cover, and I thought I could use this for my plotter as well. So you can see that the adhesive pocket is actually perfect for the Bible size plotter. And you just stick it in, you just stick it on, and it adheres really well. And I like that, you know, you can still see the back cover, but if you want to stick a notepad or receipts or papers or anything in the back of your cover, this is perfect for it. So as you can see, it's not too chunky, even with the paper pad, even with the plotter notepad in the back here. And I have monthly inserts, and I have a couple of weeks worth of weekly inserts in there, as well as some other random papers. You can see that it doesn't really interfere with the cover itself, so it doesn't, you know, force it to open or anything like that. So this is great to carry like this, and that's why I love it, actually. I love it so far. I love the cover. I like the system. I think that I can use it as my planner for next year. I'm testing that, so stay tuned for updates on that, and I'll walk you through, you know, setup once I do decide whether or not I'm going to use it for my planner. So some of the inserts that I'm using for the Bible size plotter, which I keep in my Traveler's Company little pouch, is, let me just move that there. So I love the to-do list. It is basically set up like this for to-dos, but it doesn't say to-dos, so I actually like using it also for recommendations people give me, so books to read, shows to watch, things like that. And my plan is actually, if I set my plotter up for a planner, I'm going to use this as my weekly to-do list and just slot it into my weekly inserts. My second insert that I really like, these refill papers with dot grid. They are 5mm dot grid. You can use them like you would a bullet journal. There you go. There's a dot grid. You can use them like you would a bullet journal. You can see these little dots that section off this paper in quarters. So you can use each quadrant for, planning or drawing or whatever else you sort of need it for. I also like the 6mm ruled, which you can see are numbered. So you can make a chart, you can make a list, you could, just use it for writing. The other way that I use it is with the plain paper. I have a lined sheet that I put inside here like this, so that when I am writing or taking a note, I can see the lines. There you go. So I'm one of those people that somehow always write on a slant, which is like super annoying sometimes, but if I have a guide sheet underneath, then I'm fine. So that's what I'm using it for currently. There's also the 2mm grid, very small grid, but you can double up and use 2 grid lines per line of writing if you wanted to. And I love the blue paper insert. This is basically just blue paper quadrants. I use them this way, and I use them for planning social content. So, it's double-sided, which is great. And the paper itself is not that thin. It's not thick, but it's not as thin as some of their other refill papers, which means it's very sturdy, and you can, use markers and things like that on there, and it shouldn't bleed through. So that's also a favorite refill of mine. And I hope to, I've only had this for about a month, maybe less than a month, because I've been testing it out, seeing what papers I like inside. And I also got the monthly and weekly diary inserts from Filofax. My plan for next year, 2025, is to use the Bible Plotter as my planner. And Plotter has monthly and weekly diary inserts, and I think I will get them from Plotter because I love the paper that they use and I love the layout of it. So I'll let you know if I do decide to go that way, and I'll give you a flip through once I have it set up. That's it about the Plotter. I'd love to know if you have one or you're considering getting one, and if you do, how do you use it, because there's so many different ways you can use a Plotter. If you have any questions or comments, let me know below. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!